Welcome back, artists. In this video, I'm going to do this line and wash painting of this Viking warship. I'm going to start off here, like I often do, using watercolor graphite. But first let me say that I sketched out this painting in pencil and then went over it in ink. This is a water-soluble ink. This is an Atoya blade pen that I like to use. I carry it with me in my plein air backpack. It is water soluble, like I said, but I'm used to using it, and I like the way it behaves with my paintings, so I oftentimes use it for these line and wash paintings. I've gotten in the habit several years ago of working with watercolor graphite to establish my darks. I find this beneficial because although it's different than traditional watercolor painting, when I put my darks in first, it helps me envision where my lights will go and makes the painting more vibrant, in my opinion. You'll notice that I'm left-handed, and for left-handers like myself, the source of light, unless I put it in the painting itself, which I'm thinking about possibly doing it, putting a setting sun over here as a storm is driving the ship forward. But if I did put the source of light in the painting itself, by default it would be off the page at 10 o'clock. If I were right-handed, it would be off the page at 2 o'clock. As I'm thinking about it here, I like the idea of having it in the painting, using that to help it make it a little more vibrant. As you can tell by the sail, the wind would be driving from the rear. So that means these waves would be cresting forward, although the front of the ship would be plowing through the waves right here. So it would be darker below here. And the fun thing about when I let it, as you get more experience and you get used to working with water-soluble inks and things like watercolor graphite, it becomes fun to play with the way these two interact. Like you can see on the front of the ship here, I want it to look rugged. Same thing with these waves. I want them to look dangerous. It's high seas here. There's a strong wind blowing. Okay, there we go. There's my underpainting using the watercolor graphite. I've established my lights and my darks. I've really come in here and grabbed the dark areas, which is the main thing that I want to do. I like the composition. I like the clouds. I decided I would put the sunset in here, have a low sun, and storm clouds all around it. Likewise, I've got the breaking waves here. All right, so let's start with our watercolor graphite. Typically let's start with our colors now and go paint right over the top of this. Typically, we work from light to dark. I'm going to grab the sails here. I did a little bit of research online before sketching this out to get a sense for the shape and design of these Viking vessels and their sails. And it looks like some of them had these red stripes in their sails, which are very strong, fun to paint. All right, let's do the hull of the boat. Supposed to be a dragon's head here, not a horse head. Part of the fun and joy of working with watercolor is letting the watercolor intermingle and meld with the other colors, and in this case the watercolor graphite. It has a really unique look to it that I really enjoy. I'm going to put some green into the sea. I'm going to help step it down, but this is Viridian green, which is, as you can see, it has a lot of blue in the green. And we'll add to it with some other colors to darken the sea up. This is phthalo blue. It's a very intense blue. It's transparent. Great for shadows. But it's fun to use here. It mixes very well with other colors. This is Prussian blue. Sort of zigzag in the leading edge of the wave here. This is cobalt blue. It's a warm medium blue. A little bit of this help make the cresting wave look a little bit more three-dimensional. Now I'm going to make these shields a little bit, touch them here and there. All right, let's put our sun in. Make it a little bit of an orange. All right, now since we have this strong setting sun, I'm going to come across the top of the waves as well. Now let's darken up these clouds here. Okay, this is more Prussian blue. Okay, there we are, mostly done here. Now I'm going to maybe touch it one or two spots here. Just to pick up a little bit of sunshine splashing out the edge of the sail, a little bit on the boat. All right, there we go. There's our Viking ship in heavy seas. I think we've done a good job of setting it into the background. Looks like it's emerging out of the storm. I like the shape of the waves here. I'll let this dry, and then I'll post it with our friends online. So please give me a thumbs up, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.